cold to get more whatever out of them, and then strain them because I don't need fresh coffee because I'm going to be brewing with it. So now I'm going to try to get my thingy flipped over here, and then need to get my temperature to 145 degrees for seepage for 15 minutes. And then I have 3 pounds of liquid malt extract that I'll put in so I can cut that part out and bring it to boil. I have Saz hops in the fridge, and I have a packet of dehydrated yeast that I'm going to part out, so I'll set it. So now I need to go clean fermenting bucket, which means I need to put an ounce of water into my cleaning bucket. So, booyah shaka. Boo Aaron doing whatever, but you know, people do what they do, right? So. Yeah, no. I woke up at 8:55 my time, and I was like, "Oh no, do stuff with Charlie." And then like I was like, "We're doing shit," and then everyone's like, "No." I'm like, "It's fine. It's fine. Time off. Time off. It's fine."
Just wondering. There it goes. I forgot to turn on my own microphone for the stream, so they were just hearing you answer random questions out of the ether.
It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Go in there. Get my 2-4 transfer in here. Cleaned out. And then, yeah, Charlie's going to watch some anime on his side, so you'll hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not horrible. It's all good. Bug either of us. That's fine. Oh no, content ID.
Right. Not too
Right.
scared about it. Worst thing they're going to do is block my account, and I'll just take my Prime thing over to my other account.
Right. Do that. That's it there. And your thingy here. There. You're going to take excellent time to get temperature anyway. Booyah shaka. So, kind of an anticlimactic fight then with Doc. Was he? Because he literally texted me like right after you. He's like, "Motherfuckers, kill it in 4 rounds," and then you're like, "He only had 400 hit points," and I was like, "That's a lot." And you're like,
Well, when you're up against a team of people, and
right,
like I think my hit points are at 150. So, you know, he's only 4 times stronger than me, and we've already got 4 people, and
right. Oh, you had 4. I thought you only had 3. I thought it was the summoner, you, and the cleric.
Yeah, we had a helper come in. They just teleported in magically to help us with the boss.
Hey.
Thankfully, she came in because the first thing that happened. Yeah, it was Puppy. The first thing that happened was the cleric Dash got petrified, and we're like, "Uh-oh, that's not a good start." And so,
how do you cure petrification? Is it a spell or
remove curse and other kind of similar things?
Alchemist, can I assume?
Yeah, I didn't really contribute too much to unfreezing him, because the second thing that happened was the beholder possessed me or charmed me.
So, right on.
So I immediately go after Dash after he's been unpetrified, and I try to take his weapon and liquefy it, but I missed on both of my attack rolls, and then the round after that he was dead. So I was like, oh, okay, well, cool.
This is fine. This is fine. I mean, yeah. Fine. Awesome.
Yeah, he needed to buff up his boss a little bit, because 400 hit points. I was all nervous about the boss fight all week. I was nervous about the boss fight all week because I thought this guy was going to have like 2,000 points or something, you know. Something big and nasty and mean.
One was me in the box. So weird. Did you guys go solve the puzzle after that? At the bottom, the sand puzzle?
We're going through the top layer of the puzzle and working our way back down or something. I'm not entirely certain yet. We're killing time before we're ready to move on to the next campaign.
Yeah, Doc explained the puzzle to me, and I was like, "You're a bastard." He's like, "You're a bastard." Also, really nice. He's talked to him for 4 hours yesterday. It's a really relaxing thing. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, when he's not trying to, kill you and send zombies after. Yeah.
Right. Or I'm not being belligerent as fuck and being drunk and falling asleep in the thing.
Yeah.
He got it after he talked to me. He's like, okay. He's like, now that I'm talking to you, you just got ridiculously wasted and passed out. I was like, yeah. He's like, I was like, that's why I don't want to be in your game because I don't want to piss you off and fall asleep again. He's like, okay, you know what? That's totally fair.
Yeah. Well, I was like, when I first started, he had to have the talk with me because I'm belligerent and drunk half the time too.
Right.
So he's like, hey, if you're gonna keep playing, don't do that. All right.
Like, okay.
That's fair. This is all the friendship I have is nerds on the internet, so I guess so.
I had no idea you guys used to watch another freaking channel together, and that's you guys kind of broed up because of that. Like, that's really freaking cool.
Yeah. The Twitch has been all of my friendships.
Hopefully this will vaguely inspire you. You're probably like, yeah, this doesn't work. No. Knowing you, but
well, seeing you boil it right on the stove there, I'm like, what? You bought me this fucking super fancy 2-gallon electric thing, and it's like, what? Upgrade your own gear before you start paying for my gear, dude.
Okay. Yeah, well. Yes. Because I got a bonus that year, so I was just like, I have $500. I only need $200 to buy myself a bunch of beer. I got $300 left over. Do I want more beer? Or I was like, further if I could, use whatever. So,
like, granted, I have more room to cook and all that kind of stuff, so I guess it makes sense for me to have the big gear. But dang, man, you're sitting in there on the kitchen counter. Dang.
If it was any bigger than 5 gallons, it would be impossible. I mean, if I want to be whatever, I'd be at Josh's house because he's got the conductive electric burners, and they get hot. So they get to heat up really fast. Like it's like an hour less time. So I'm gonna get my top to put on that. Oh, that's a nice. I've been literally since last November, so it's been a year that I've been planning to make these beers. And I've just been sitting on I have a bunch of yeast, liquid yeast in my fridge that's dead. I'm gonna turn it into yeast
starter
feeder for my
nutrients.
My starter. Yeah. Eat your dead brethren. Eat them.
Yeah, I can't even recall how long I had those extra packets of the slap packs in my fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so depressing to waste that much fucking money.
I believe you.
And that's the reason they never got thrown out, because every time I looked at them, I was like, oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's why I bought the dehydrated stuff here, because I was like, I'm going to do 2 whatevers, and the last one I do, the coffee one, I'm going to do the yeast starter. I'm going to do that with that, because I've never done a yeast starter, so that's going to be let me learn how to do one. It can't be that hard.
No, it's not hard at all. The easiest way to make the yeast starter though is to use the wort that you're already gonna use, so they're already used to it, and you're not changing your flavors too much and that kind of stuff. But even at that, I mean, even if you just sugar and water and mix, I mean, it's still pretty dang good.
That's why I love this whole coffee idea. I want to make a, it's going to be, I'm going to use less hops, since the coffee is going to be bitter too. So I'm going to do a lower hops, and then it's going to be predominantly coffee, and then a pound of 2-row just to make sure I have the enzymes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to
I fully support the less hops if you're trying to reduce the bitterness, but the hops also plays the role in preservative, so you're not going to be able to age it for as long.
Alpha acids and the head of the beer, I mean, it'll be like
and
half a gram.
The oils in the coffee that might reduce head retention as well, unless they've already been brewed.
If I cold brew, because I'm going to cold brew it, I'm going to hot brew half of it. Well, I'm going to cold brew it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Pour it out, and then heat up, and then do a hot brew and mix them together. So that should be half the acid.
Okay. Well, half the acid, half the oil.
Yeah, that's the theory. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good theory. I don't know enough about coffee.
Right. And have some fun with it that way. And if it works, awesome. If I fix it, it might be just one of the things where I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to infuse by itself. I mean, that article I sent you, where they're like, it's a really good spirit, but maybe it won't be a good beer.
Yeah, that's possible too. But then, if it's a coffee flavored anything at all, just add a little bit of Belgian sugar, get a little bit of caramel flavor to it, and make it a macchiato beer.
Ooh, good point. Oh yeah. Add some lactose to give it the creaminess.
Yeah.
Or Belgian caramel sugar or crystal sugar. I mean, that's kind of my hope. Is I kind of want to just buy a packet of Belgian yeast, so I can get up to like 12 or 13%, and then I can put more sugar in it, and I can get I can do like half a cup of lactose to give it the sweetness.
Yeah.
Even in 5 gallons, because I don't want a lot. I don't like overly sweet stouts. I like softly sweet, like marshmallow sweet is my jam, like s'mores.
Well, if you want less sweet and just more oomph, you could probably go for was it like Brut de Flanders? They use the champagne yeast for their ale.
Oh, because it lasts really,
it's stronger, it lasts longer, it's more effervescent, but you can do that for the main fermentation, and then come back.
It's survivable. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I forgot about wearing the champagne yeast. Yeah.
And it will reduce the sweetness by having a much more dry taste to it.
That's a good point.
So,
very good point.
I mean, it'll get you fucked up, because
it'll get you drunk.
It'll get you drunk. So we have a lurker in chat, but they haven't said anything yet.
I'm using my laptop because the phone I could cast, but I couldn't watch and cast with Christopher. So I turned off the thingy and put it here. I need to figure it out. Yeah. Probably now we're trying to mess with this gimbal for a bit, trying to see if we can make it work. And it's like it was working. It was gimbling just fine. My phone was not playing.
Yeah, I could see it behind the Febreze thing. It was following you and doing all this stuff, and that's like super fancy. Just don't know why it was always in portrait mode. That's just broken and weird.
Yeah, there's probably settings in Discord or something I need to change. Phones don't work. Yeah, phones and cats for sure.
Phones and cats and phones and cats and phones and cats and phones and cats.
Yeah, it's you guys in your club music. It's fucking uncanny how similar you guys are. Some stuff. It's funny. Pardon? Or just raised in a barn with just by yourself, just Kunta Kinting that shit, Jungle Booking that shit.
Simba.
Is that you, Morgan Freeman? Shut up. Yes, but shut up. Oh, that's right here. The other black boy.
Oof. Oof.
How's Madre doing, chilling out over there? Because I heard Sarah's supposed to be showing up this week to come vote and stuff. So.
That was last week. Mom has left this morning to Minnesota.
Oh, right on.
So.
You know, go hang out with Sherry and whatever.
Yeah. Doctor Who's Her Face and the collective of witches. Say again?
Right on. Which means you have to fucking ground for yourself for a couple of weeks while she's gone.
No, she prepped food for me for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And she's only going to be gone for 4, so even if I get really, really hungry, I've got plenty of food.
$1.30.
Which brings up something I was thinking about. I want to get Mom like the biggest, badassest of birthday, Christmas, thank you presents.
Oh, that would be Biden being elected, but okay.
Well, I'm going to put the whole thing on my credit card. I can cover the whole thing, not a problem. But if you want in on some of that, wow.
Great idea. What are you looking to get her? Like, are you going to get like a table saw or a bandsaw?
Oh, no. I'm going to get her something that she's always wanted but always thought was too expensive. They now make a countertop version of a freeze dryer.
Oh, awesome. How much is that going to cost? Like $1,000?
$3,000.
Are you sure, man? I don't think I can swing. I mean, I can do over a couple of months.
Yeah,
you don't have to do like $100 a month.
I have the whole thing paid for. I'm just saying, if you want in on it, you can say, "Oh, I paid for part of this."
Yeah. I'll float you some cash for that. Yeah. Not a problem.
Yeah, and mention it to Ed as well.
Okay, I will do that. Did you mention it to Sarah yet?
No, I didn't. I was going to when she was here, but she was only here like 2 days.
I will text her and say, "Hey, Chris is doing this." So Clark, and I will text Ed probably tomorrow about that as well.
Yeah. Well, you can hold on texting them because I have to make sure that this job is going to hold out again this time. So like,
gotcha. It's
not like a happening now, but it's going to middle of the year. I know we miss your birthday. I know we miss Christmas, but here's your birthday Christmas thing.
Gotcha.
So
we could talk to Sarah, and if maybe Sarah's like, I'll call Sarah and be like, hey, we want to do this. It's going to be this much. Can you go in $500 and the boys and us boys will
get the rest?
You will blah blah blah, and then we'll just figure out who to send it to. Or if Sarah be like, I'll pick it up and you guys just each give me like $500. Awesome.
Yeah.
If that's the case, so I'll talk to Sarah. I have no problem doing that. It's a great idea. It's a great fucking idea.
I'm always scared of the Aunt Sarah letting secrets slip with Mom. So.
Mom doesn't care about secrets.
I know, but if we tell Aunt Sarah that it is a secret, then she might get all giddy about it and tell Mom.
My friends are the same way with me. That no one tells me secrets because they know I don't believe in them. So I just start talking about them. And I have so many friends who just don't talk to me anymore because they're like, oh, it's secret. I was like, then don't mention secret. Like, if you're like, this is secret, then just don't tell me. That's how fucking hard it is not to do. But,
True that.
It's one of those, I'm like, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I think Blah's an asshole. Then don't tell me. Otherwise, I'll say, I agree with you, and I won't say anything. I'll be like, hey, Blah thinks you're an asshole. It's actually very fucking... Come on, 150. This is getting really hot really fast. It's up to 135. I'm almost to 145. I'm probably going to say 145 as opposed to 150 for 20 minutes.
Your mash is going to be about 20 minutes?
My mash, and I'm just doing it for the 2-row to activate the enzymes. Okay. And then I got to put in liquid stuff, so I have all the sugar anyways.
All right.
So I'll have that to break it down. I don't need to create the sugars. I've already got the sugars. Because put them in though. Now I think about it.
Well, it makes it easier when they're in there to use them.
I totally agree. And they were great because they were fucking on sale. Like they were trying to get rid of them and thing. And I was like, they're only $12 a can. I was like, I'm throwing away money not buying these.
True that. Even if you don't use this stuff for beer, you can still use it elsewhere. Definitely nice to have.
Oh, it's so thick. I can't just like. It's so thick. It like it like moves like a physical object. It's awesome. So awesome. Oh, it's become a complete tube. Oh, that's so fucking cool. I love it. My training thing for custom is like, what is everyone doing this weekend for Halloween? I was like, making beer and drinking beer, and they looked at me and I was like, making beer, drinking beer. What you asked me what I'm gonna do? What about the kids? It's like, yeah. What about? I was like, fuck them. They can't drink beer. I was like, are they gonna help me brew it? Fucking. I was like, are they gonna drink the beer?
Due to child labor laws, I can't have them making the beer for me. So fuck them.
But what about children? I was like, what about them? They can't do shit. They can't vote. They can't drink. They can't smoke. They can't run a fucking car. What about oh, so fucking cool, bro.
So the flashes of light that happen in your kitchen, is that like headlights or windshields reflecting light from the parking lot or something?
There we go. A little side gallon here to get the rest. Ready to go after the fact. That hurt. That burned. That's still fucking delicious. Can't believe this used to be fucking illegal to do. So stupid. So fucking stupid. Come on. Temperature. Oh, you actually dropped it. Oh shit. Okay.
Well, you did add a lot of mass to it.
And I hit the wrong. I pushed this thing the wrong way and accidentally dropped the temperature versus increasing the heat. That was my bad. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie. Oh wait, all the sugar I put in, of course, would have increased the thermal mass. Yeah, I forgot about that. Duh.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. That's the science of cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I could have left it. I could have put it in after I did whatever. I just, it's liquid. So I've increased my cook time because I need to reconstitute all that.
Well,
lesson learned.
Yeah, it's not too much of an increase in time though. Heating that up.
Right. I also need to I was really lucky that what happened because I was like, oh yeah, I need to write down the stats to share with you so you can choose your Cobalt Goliath and say, okay, here's the stats, here are your special abilities. I was like, oh, Chris can do whatever. I was like, oh, he's not going to know what he needs to roll. Fuck.
Yeah.
I need to create those. I was like, oh yeah, lesson learned. Sometimes keeping it up here, bad idea. I was impressed. Doc showed me what he rolled, and I was like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, I didn't roll death." I was like, "You sound dejected." He was like, "Eh," and I was like, "Wait, how does this work?" He's like, "It's got 8 stocks and then an area of effect. Instead of a breath weapon, it has a sight weapon."
Yeah, it's a cone. Yeah, like most beholders.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never fought one. I confused it with illithid, the brain eaters, the illithids.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is this supposed to do? I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's this instead. And I was like, I'm a moron. I literally thought it was a different thing because I saw that one of the things in the handouts was the Rakashin, and I was like, you're gonna do the. I was like, the only thing you guys didn't fight was a goddamn displacer beast. Maybe you did. I don't know. It's been 3 years.
Yeah. I don't even know what a displacer beast is, but I probably could have.
It's a puma with tentacles on its back that teleports.
Oh,
and like
we fought a tamed, weakened version of that.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, and it can turn invisible, so it's really hard to hit.
Yeah.
It's like literally you need like a level like 15 monk to be able to like you have to have a +3 or +4 weapon to fight it. Like the standard displacer beast. Like it's not. It's basically a evil monk puma.
Yeah.
They're nasty as fuck. Fought one once. It crushed us.
And its cousin, the Blink.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so much cooler.
Yes. Splendid. The blinking pussy. Blinking pussy. I feel bad about doing mom jokes knowing that she's in Minnesota right now. Or Minneapolis. Which is in Minnesota.
Yeah, there's no chance of her listening because she's on the road.
Oh, I'm thinking whiskey. You're right. I'm stupid. I can still do ramen. Yeah. Be a noob. Hello, my name is. Woo. Side of the 1 gallon side thing, he's already up to 200. It's about to start boiling. God damn, I need to turn. Well, 1 gallon versus 4 gallons. Gee, half the time, a quarter of the time. Hi, my name is. I smelled it. I know.
So after the stream, do you want me to send you a link and you download it and upload it to whatever YouTube channel, or do you want to upload it to a different YouTube channel?
You can just throw it on yours. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, I have to set one up for myself and do it. And yet,
all right.
Like, this was because I wasn't even gonna do it. I feel like, are you gonna stream? I was like, sure. Yeah. Like it didn't like dawn on me. That's the thing I could do. I was like, fucking.
Well, not the highest quality of stream because of the whole, like,
And we could just talk shit and do what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And give spoilers about our D&D and Pathfinder games on the side. So, like, so if anyone like actually watched, they'd be like, wait, is there gonna be this? Right. Only the most dedicated assholes. So no, it's just fun. It's just fun to resolve it for preserve for posterity.
Yeah.
Because we might have a really funny mom or dick joke. Or come up with a great idea for the fucking game for the. Do you remember any of the ideas you were talking about for the when I was talking to Doc about some of the stuff to do for the Pathfinder game?
Me?
Yeah, you had some stuff because you and Doc were both like, "You're not the players, chill out." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I said something, and then Doc was like, "What Charlie just said is a really good idea." And I was like,
basically, it's just like don't give them 5 or 6 rounds. Like don't help them. That's really my go-to.
That's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be the spider puzzle on top of the things where it's gonna do. I mean, they could just brute force through it.
Oh, this thing hey, you know, the acid splash looks like
And then I can't wait. I can't wait for the puppet to show up to be like, "Mommy, because Doc was like, is Barn Door gonna be there? I was like, 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance. He's gonna be like, oh no, I've heard this one before. I know how this ends.
Fuck this, you're on your own.
Is it past Barn Door or is it future Barn Door, which is the question, or does it matter, right?
It would have to be the future of Barn Doors Live, otherwise he'd recall like going into the future and like, oh, like guys, this was invented and this happened, and
it could have been a drunken escapade. You never know with Barn Door, but
that's true. But I mean, that'd be one hell of a fortitude, like non-save to go on a trip like that and not remember it.
I didn't have any mushrooms that time. I swear. I'm gonna say I swear, but I think I don't know. 10 degrees, and we good to go. So yeah. Which is because it's also because he's like level 12 in this. Like his level is like whatever. Like he's getting pulled in, so he's technically not fully in this dimension.
Yeah.
Which is the trick, right? So he's kind of like he's temporarily because he's in Lucian's body, obviously. But my goal is I mean, admittedly, they can do what the fuck ever they want. But my hope is they'll follow you and you're like, let's go in this over here, this portal, and then you're gonna jump into Starfinder, and you're literally gonna go massively into the future. You're gonna be like fucking like 1,000 years in the future, but like, oh no, what the fuck is?
And then the YouTube channel switch over from D&D BBQ to like Dorn's Adventures in Time.
Yeah, don't yeah, exactly. Through time and space, there's a dwarf who gets drunk. Here's his dumb, tall human friend and his little cousin who's dumb. Barn Dorn's Adventure. How much can he drink before he vomits?
Oh my god.
All of it. I have an iron stomach. Does his alternate personality show up and kill another tiefling? Yes.
What other races can we genocide?
I know, right?
Bartord.
Oh, Dragonkin. I've never heard of a Dragonkin before. Hello, I would like to snap your neck. What? No, ignore him. Put me down. Like a naked barn door, a spectral naked barn door. I'd be like, shoot him now. What are you doing? Almost to 140. I just need to replace this one for 10 minutes. So, what I am. I am what I am. And, okay. Fermenters, all good to go too.
You have the obligatory 1 or 2 cat hairs in there.
Yep, exactly. Yep, of course. 2 cats. They each have like that much butt hair to throw in.
Just making sure the cats contribute.
Yeah, they have help me. Yeah, there's Mel saying, "Oh, help me."
Well,
oh, that's interesting.
Your microphone's not good enough to pick up cat noises.
Okay, I'm just.
Turkey probe says it's hotter than it should be.
Yeah, the turkey probe is saying it's at 190, but my digital thermometer and my electric thermometer are both saying it's not even 140 yet.
Is the turkey probe touching the bottom?
No, it should be touching the side. Maybe. Once I pull it off the side, it's just getting cooler really fast. There you go.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
It's touching.
You're good.
Well, that's
You've played this game before.
you're doing the smart thing and using 3 different measuring things and averaging them out because that's all you can do.
No, because I've had that problem before, so I want to have as many of them agree as otherwise.
Our first chatter X Specialized X says he wants to get turkey probed, so do it.
Wait. Okay. Sure. If you want to get turkey probe, I mean, just come up to Northern Virginia. I'll be more than happy. Rum and then turkey probe. Yeah. What's the difference between turkey and chicken probe? The probe's bigger.
Mostly the size.
And the warmth. Or lack thereof.
I'm going to grab me another beer.
Good idea. I can distribute it on McPatch's style, and it's saved over there for the time being until I figure out how to do it myself. Good times. Good times.
Nipples.
Now you're like, now I have to go outside and mow my lawn and just stream it because apparently they're gonna expect stupid weird shit. You're like, what are we doing? Mowing, petting a cat, mowing my cat, petting my lawn.
I would never try to go outside and do effort. That's way too much effort. Because effort.
Meh. I need to check my hops right quick. Please. Here we go. So I have saws, and I have a massive jank of saws is like the lower end one. Massive jank of Citra. Well, I have like a pound of Citra. Like, and it still smells amazing. Like, should I use half an ounce of Citra or should I use half an ounce of saws? Or
it's been so long, I don't remember which does what and how and where.
Saws is what they use in Pilsners. It's like a really Citra is more. It gives you a stronger bouquet and has a higher alpha acid. This has a 14% alpha acid. This has a 3% alpha acid.
Oh yeah, yeah. So size at flame off.
Right. If I wanted to make this like a super pale ale, I'd add this in. Or the other option, last 20 minutes, add in half an ounce of Citra, and I'll have a much more bigger bouquet. And then.
Yeah.
And Charlie's like, no, because. Actually, yeah, I'm. Hold on, I'm gonna. Do a pellet of each for Charlie. I have because the pellets are really, really, really tiny, but you can like grind them, you can smash them and smell them, and then you'll get like the personality of them. So I'm actually kind of curious what smell you'll get at. Because I'm not gonna waste these hops. I'm gonna throw them into the thing anyways because it's out. So I'm curious what you think of each pellet. Like, since yeah, as a hold on, I need to smash.
I'm just giving the finger.
Yeah, we're getting his one finger on the stream.
Right. I need to smash them right quick. One second. They're frozen, so they're cold.
Wait, frozen makes things cold? Holy shit!
Shut your face. Shut your mouth. Oh, giggity. Oh, clever. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Oh, I need to smash them down a little more because they're not.
Well, if you take a little spoonful of hot water so that they'll open up their.
That's what I just did.
Okay.
Yeah, I need more. It's not enough. They're that frozen. So. Actually, no, I can smell the difference when I smell the able to. one almost smells just like a warm tea. It's weird. So there's two. I won't tell you. I just want you to smell it and see what you get out of it. And that one. I mean,
it really smells like tea more. This one smells like.
That's the picture. You are like, that smells like an IPA. That smells like a tea. Yeah, Stars smell like a tea.
I like the tea better. Both of them, I hate smells. Like they're synthesized, but they're probably
Sensible. That'll go in. We'll steep that right now and turn that into a brew to throw it in, which is fine. 4 boils. So I'm gonna do quarter ounce of Citra at 20 minutes, and then an ounce of Saaz at flame out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do, and that'll be nice and simple bitter. It'll have a basic what the heck ever. And I should remember that for next time. Next time when I do the corn cream ale, I have to do the exact same thing. It has to be a quarter ounce of Citra and an ounce of Saaz, so I can have exactly the same profile, because they're exactly the same. The only difference is I'm using creamed rice in one and creamed corn in the other, or flaked rice in one and flaked corn in the other.
Well, thankfully we're recording it, so you don't even need to keep notes.
Right. Exactly, right?
And that's why I stream things.
139, so we need to get to 135 and then hold it for 15 minutes. Awesome. This is a nice way to kind of just chat and the fuck ever. It's nice. I like this.
Yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Brought to you by
Discord.
Blah 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 blah. Here's your advertisement.
Right? Yeah. Did you get to like bounce your I'm actually, so I did my digital training for custom ink, so I can do like photo manipulation, I can do like face replacement and shit, like background removal and shit. Like I learned how to do that for an entire week. So it actually inspired me to get like an actual picture of like a straight up spider, and then do the New Mexico thing and have like so one of them I want to do is an actual like full on furry creepy spider, not just a redrawn one. I know it's going to be harder for you to fucking do the wood burning, right?
Yeah, it really hard. The more photorealistic it is, the harder it is.
But it'll be a fun thing to just have. So I'm actually kind of psyched about that.
If nothing else, it makes for better like logo kind of stuff going on there, so people can really understand what it's about.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm happy because I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I was like, how do I do what the fuck ever? Like, you're going to spend an entire week learning. And I was like, okay, my brain sucks, but that's what we're doing. Charlie does not like tonic. A lot of people don't like tonic because it has that bitter kind of like twangy stuff.
Yeah.
He likes club sodas. It makes sense.
I don't like either of them.
It's fine. I like tonic water and whiskey, and I like tonic water and rum, and a little bit of lemon juice. A lot. I like a lot. Although, New Belgium's accumulation IPA, it's really good. I don't like IPAs normally, but it's a really good IPA. Yeah. That's what I was drinking Friday night when I was talking to Doc. I had like 14 beers. I was so blitzed. But I remember the entire conversation.
Well, that's kind of nice. That's
and Doc's like, it's 8 o'clock. I could go. I was like, night, and then like 9 p.m. hit. I was like, it's bedtime. And then I woke up at like 8:55 a.m. because Charlie was like, go work out. I was like, Docs. But when you pay $80, $85 a month, you do what you're told because you're paying $85 a month.
True that.
Better than every other place.
100%. For a personal trainer, yes, it is. I just need to like leave it alone for like 5 minutes. Leave it shit alone. Come back in 5 minutes. Check it. A little bit boo-hoo-hiss that Adam and Aaron were. Aaron was not available, but at the same time, it's kind of convenient because dick around and what the fuck ever. Yeah. I'm looking forward to stuff next. Yeah, because we have all of November, so we can do like 1 or 2 more sessions I'm hoping next session they'll move on to the next puzzle. But knowing them, like I talked to Doc. Doc's like, who cares? I was like, I would like to plan X. He's like, don't plan. I was like, yeah, but he's like, don't plan. Just let them hang themselves as far as they want. I would just like to know how long I need to plan out.
Yeah.
Because unlike Doc does like open sandbox, and like the more I like look, the more he was explaining the shit he did to me. When he explained how much of an evil bastard he was when he was doing my zero game, and I was like, oh, I did this. He's like, yeah, he's like, yep, I rolled this, and that's what you got. I was like, motherfucker. He's like, yeah, no, you just dealt with it. I was like, oh, for Aaron and Adam, I'm actually railroading them through. That's why I have you and Charlie's NPCs to kind of like, that's what I love. Like you caught on last game. I'm like, Adam's like, I don't want to do whatever, and you're like, we should just do this because we're here. Fuck it. I was like, yeah, duh. Oh, little sweet boy, little sweet black and white boy. Oh, what a cute little furfur. No, it's the cat. Is that peanut butter or
Pepper?
That's Pepper. Oh, what a sweet little.
Oh, she's a little demon.
Oh, it's cute. Mew Mew.
She's my little
That's right.
baby.
Oh, Mew Mew. Yeah, cuddles as fuck. Look at that. Look at that. She's like, oh, look at that face. She's like, I don't care. I'm warm. Just fine. Just a warm. Help me. What a cute little floof. So adorable. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a adorable little cat. I wish I had a way to like fucking like do the thing and like just like forward this to H. Like, here you go, H. This is what we're doing. Just like here's like throw it on our text message. Maybe I could. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, because my.
If you go onto your phone and you go to twitch.tv/project_dark_cloud, and just share the live stream link.
Let me see if 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ow.
Let me see. I don't know if my Twitch is tied in. Twitch.tv.
Project_dark_cloud. Because I'm using my old account for this.
Twitch.tv login. Let me see if it'll let me. Twitch.tv. Come on. I have to remember my Twitch login. Oh, fuck balls. I don't remember that.
Well,
my app has it.
I sent you the link in your Discord. You could just literally copy paste the link and then send it off wherever.
Okay. Let me see if that works. Glad you're here, Neopass writer. That's not what I'm. Let's see. I'm actually kind of curious about that happening. Come on, load it up. Because I'm saying Barn Recluse is offline.
Yeah, Barn Recluse is offline. That I sent you the other link and for my other account.
That's where I'm going to be streaming. What the fuck's going on? Like, okay, let me.
Yeah, if you go into that and you just click on live, it should show that Project Dark Cloud is live.
Let me. Not now.
Is it showing an advertisement? Oh yeah, you're still on the Barn Recluse. This isn't on Barn Recluse. This is
This is my alt account where I get drunk and talk. If he's going to follow me over here. Barn Recluse, that's where I'm going to be streaming.
Yeah, well that's profile information. You're ignoring that because I'm not streaming there right now. I'm streaming here right now.
Well, okay.
Go click on chat or something. It should bring up the chat.
Unread messages. No.
Did you click the link that I
Project
sent you?
Dark Cloud. No. Gen chat. No.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm there. It's not showing me what the fuck ever unread. Wrong dice. Relax chat.
No,
Did you text it to me?
In your private messages.
Project Dark Cloud or Drunky McCloud?
In your private messages, under Project Dark Cloud, my normal account, I sent you the link to Project Dark Cloud, the Twitch account.
There it is. Let me see if that's.
Jesus.
Oh. Not doing anything, but.
Well, there's a delay. I mean.
Oh.
Phone conversation
there it
with
is.
you, and then this.
And so how do I share? So it's going to be by the follow button. Share.
Well, you just share that link to whoever you're sending it to.
Right. Choose a Bluetooth device. I don't want a Bluetooth device. I just want to share to.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me.
Share.
No Bluetooth over here.
Messages. New message. There we go. Try it that way. See if that works. Cool. Good job. You're good at tech support. You are best at tech support.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
And you're like, no, I'm not. Go fuck yourself. Which is also true.
Well, for a long.
Oh yeah, really fast. Holy fuck. Okay, turn it down.
For a long time.
170. How did I get to 170 that fast?
You ignored it and you tried to fix your phone?
For 5 minutes?
I think that might have been a little bit more than 5 minutes.
That's so speed up faster.
Okay, well, I mean, that's not good, but that might have deactivated the enzymes. Anyways. Slow your shit down. Slow your shit down. Okay. Come on. That was embarrassing.
Worst thing.
Looped right into. They went perfectly into the cup with the hops in it, though. It was pretty amazing. $170. Well, that's hotter than the enzymes. I wanted 150 at most, so that's annoying. But well, low. Since it's already there. 10 minutes low. Let it just sit there. Then I'll bring it to a boil. Then I'll add in my hops. And it's going to be on. There you go. And it's going to be 25 grams. Come on. What are you doing, man? Fucking catch up. Yeah, at this point, 2.5. I think it's going to be one. It's going to be 15 grams. I didn't realize it was going to be that fucking static. Holy crap! Come on.
Measuring is hard.
It is. Definitely fucking hard. Uno.
Look, collab stream. Three influencers on the internet all doing one stream together. Yay!
Who's a collapser?
There's someone else joining your stream.
No,
Who's a collapser?
I meant hard
Oh.
work.
I just saw that thing down there. I was like, is that the record thingy or what is that?
The end call.
I'm not an influencer. I'm just a troll. I'm a dirt charity.
Hold it steady.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Oh, is it Doc?
Hey, we have a new person.
Yeah, his roommate said someone joined.
Yeah. Christopher and I are streaming. I'm brewing a beer, so I'm just sitting here streaming a video to him. We're just talking shit about how we can't believe that that happened in 4 rounds and how amazing that fucking battle was. And I was like, oh man, and I'm just making a beer in the background. Super awesome. So, were you disappointed, or were you completely surprised, or is it because
Oh, I was so freaking surprised.
Dash was paralyzed or petrified, right? How did they?
I petrified him like 3 times.
How did they get away with that? How did that happen?
Well, I had another cleric pop in.
Oh yeah,
They used to play, and she popped back in and wanted to do the final boss. So, and I knew they needed the help, so I let her jump in. So every time he got paralyzed, she had to take her time to unparalyze him.
Right. Hey, I'm getting that's still four players versus a fucking beholder and then fucking 4 rounds. Jeez, that's impressive as shit, man. That really is.
And then your brother wouldn't stand still, so I couldn't disintegrate him.
I had one good reflex roll that got me out of the way of the one shot it took on me.
Gee, and then, where did he learn never to stand still? What game would have taught him to do that? Weird.
And then he possessed me, so it didn't matter where I stood. The Lord wasn't hurting me anymore.
Ended up doing 40 grams. I'm turning my scales off. I thought I was going to do 25 grams. I ended up doing 40 grams of. So I think I'm just going to wait until 10 minutes to just do 40 grams in 10 minutes.
That works.
No, that's why I'm doing it later, because it's going to be extra beer. So.
Well, you can also give it time to mellow if you have like 1 extra bottle to test months later.
That's true.
So much sweeter.
That's true. Do you have the iron to pull the iron to iron them? I feel like the rags.
I'm so tired from fucking yesterday's workout.
Oh yeah, I'm tired from this morning's workout. My shit. Got at 8:55 a.m. and then I do a remote Zoom call with Charlie, and he makes me work out for like 45 minutes, and it literally feels like both of my shoulders. It feels like I've had shots, like flu shots, and both of my shoulders are so sore. So he was making. Yeah, but whatever we did, fucking maybe it's a remnant from Thursday. My shoulders are sore. I think it was holding in place. It's very and life living fucking hell. I bet that's what it was. So, gosh, I can't believe you can get this kind of like multi-flavor just out of a fucking 3-pound thingy of liquid malt, and then like a pound and a half of two-row. It's amazing, super amazing.
Yeah.
Amaze balls.
So one rag, case. I want you to get here with the rags.
Fucking get ready to start popping. So Doc, do you have any tricks, ideas? I have an Instant Pot, which is basically like a digital pressure cooker. If I want to do like kind of like simple, like low key like low end barbecue, like just like should I just marinate it like extra long and throw it in and cook it in there, or do you have any magic wuji for like Instant Pot barbecue? Because I know if you cook something too long in the pot, it'll literally like dissolve. So I don't know if you ever fuck with that at all or not.
Go to YouTube. Go to Six Sisters.
You sound just like Chris. You sound just like go to YouTube, fucking Instant Pot barbecue.
No. I'm gonna tell you a site to go to.
Okay.
Six Sisters Cooking, Instant Pot Cooking.
Okay. No, bring it in.
If I have any questions about Instant Pot, I go to their channel.
Hashtag not sponsored.
6 Instant Pot recipes. Honey sesame chicken, orange chicken, teriyaki chicken. Okay, these bitches know their chicken. Holy fuck. Wow. Okay, thank you, Doc. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
I got an Instant Pot myself, and I came across them. And any questions I had, all I had to do was look through their channel.
I found a place that basically I could take corned beef. I could take corned beef, and like it taught me how to do like a corned beef into like ghetto pastrami. And I was like, this is amazing. So I was like, okay, I know you can do kind of like simple barbecue with it. But I was like, can I do like sexy big time, like just like I told you yesterday, like beef's getting more and more expensive. Pork every now and then I can get pork I can get pork down to like 75 cents a pound, sort of like awesome stuff. Chicken, I can get chicken thighs super cheap and they're really good and they stay tender really long. So for me, chicken thighs is where it's at. But now, okay, nope, I got their shit. I just fucking favorited their fucking thing on my YouTube favorites thing, so I can sit here and do some fucking whatever. They do fucking Instant Pot mac and cheese and garlic mac and cheese and then strawberry jam. What the hell? They do Instant Pot glazed ham. I didn't even know you could do that. That's amazing. I don't like glazed ham, but it's nice to know it's there because it's the thing. So awesome. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it. Yes. Oh, Billy. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to put that in. Figure. I need to find my walk and draw my walk. Oh goodness, Billy. Oh, Billy.
Why are you spilling it?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's why I have the side. That's why I have the side thingy there to catch the moisture.
You need to mount a hook in your ceiling to hang that bag from so it can drip back into the pot.
Charlie, I don't think Charlie would appreciate me putting hooks all over the street.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. For BDSM is one thing, but
We'll use a magnetic mount and we'll just paint it white like the ceiling and it'll be hidden, and then you just reach up there with a ladder and you click your hook in.
The problem is
yeah, we have a very high ceiling. Because we're on the top, we're on the fourth floor, we're the top floor, so we have vault ceilings. So yes. I mean, if Mom was going to come show up with her carpentry stuff, like, hey, by the way, we're doing this. I didn't value. What are you doing? Reinforcing the ceiling. And then winches.
I'm just saying.
I said, or if Sherry's gonna if Sherry's gonna like, hey, I'll buy the new fucking water heater.
I'll never work that anymore.
Oh, is it? That's right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I was gonna say, if Sherry's gonna buy a new washing machine, dishwasher.
Whatever machine. The thing that does the thing.
New carpet. New carpet's the big one. Yeah.
I'm not tolerating cold.
It's true.
Like I'll deal with like, the carpet's 20 years old, but shower, I'm like, nah, the shower does not be cold. I'm a fucking pussy when it comes to I need my bathtub.
It just we have cat
I have
towels.
needs. There's one reason I bought this condo is because I got a nice ass bath.
I figured it was the roommate because it was a nice bathtub.
You were here, you came later.
You were first.
You came later.
This bitch. You're like, I am being fucking obnoxious. Knows in a bitch. Chris knows in a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, gee,
I grew up with him. I know that he's a bitch.
This. I'm gonna knock it over. What's this? Knock this over. What this? What this? Don't curve. Knock it over. What this? What the hell? Come back to the you're still in there. God damn. It's gonna take a while. Anyways. Awesome. Awesome. Actually, very simple brewing process so far. I feel like
That's how
I've
smashes
done
go.
enough of this. Huh?
That's how smashes go.
That's true. That's very true. Very true. Yeah. And then having 3 pounds of liquid malt extract to kind of like fucking cheat the process, I basically like cut out an hour.
Yeah. No sparging, none of that complicated
I
weird
mean,
shit.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that concept. Yeah, but it's fun, but nothing important. Got that. I got my airlock. I might do another one tomorrow. Because I have another carboy that I can use, but I might not. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, you still haven't seen the full extent of my carboy like deal that I have going on.
I did not. Yeah, I did not know. I mean, because you can use it for cleaning, you can use it for pickling, you can use it for brewing, you can use it for. You could put meat in here with whatever you could brine in these bad boys. They could do so much. They're amazing, and they got a little hook, so you could do like a hanging thing. Like, yeah. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I need to go get a big fucking pork shoulder and do a hanging pork, like do a brined pork shoulder. This motherfucker.
My biggest fermenter is 70 liters. Yeah.
But you're not using it, so
yeah. But I'm not using. Yeah, it's still wrapped in the plastic, so it's happy and in the barn and hiding.
Happy and quiet and happy little moonshine.
Yeah. As soon as I can get the barn finished though, and I can get my brew space set up, we'll start a thing.
So you say.
So I say.
It was on the stream. It was real. You can call you on it, right?
Well.
You heard it, Doc. You heard him. When the barn's done.
When the barn's done in another 1,000 years.
Come say hi. No. So fat.
Hello, fatty. Stop hitting my tummy. I'll bite you.
She will.
I'm a roll over.
Hi. What you doing? Want to step over her? Cat butt. Cat butt. Cat butt. And Mel stole my seat. That's all, of course. He was sitting in my chair. He's like, I'm old. Go fuck yourself. I'm a classy bitch. You sure are, Mel. You sure are.
So that little cup of hops there, when you pour that in, any of the remainder, you should splash the rest of your rum into that, give it a swirl, and do it as a shot.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Bring it on. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, that'll be a fun little like ooh, and then it'll be bad for a second, then it'll be good for a second.
Or bad.
No, it'll get good for a second because that rum will give you the flavor of like oh yeah, I know this good burn, but then it'll get bad again. But I'm gonna go re-up my beer.
I should have fucking. Josh. He is literally on Discord. So he fucking. Oh. Discord. Dip.
So you guys playing next Saturday, or did you guys play today?
We were hoping to play today, but my buddy said no bueno, so we couldn't do it today. I was hoping, but he was like, yeah, not happening. Hopefully next Saturday will be the gym jam then, with the sexiness and the evil fun times. Hey, Daddy, let's play. Mommy, Daddy, make me fly. Mommy, Daddy. Mommy, Daddy, click. That was Christopher, probably. Yeah, I'm assuming that was Christopher popping a beer.
Popping a beer. Oh yeah.
You can do it.
So how's your deck garden going? Your hydroponic setup that Mom sent.
I've taken the hydroponic part now. There's a little bucket of basil and parsley sitting there. It's rocking and just friggin' amazing right now. Fresh parsley is so friggin' good, especially with chicken. My sage died. My sage, not my cat.
Yeah.
My sage died, and they never sent me my cat grass, but I just got my brand new thing of catnip. So when it warms up in spring, April, that's going to be my next thing is making the cat grass, and then yeah. So, but yeah, the basil, like it's freaking ridiculous. Like it's all parsley and basil. Right? It's amazing.
Nice.
Badass.
Basil was strong as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh, and good. I've never realized how amazing fresh basil is. I mean, you can just it's like almost like mint. You can just have you can just eat a leaf of basil, and it just it coats your tongue, and you just have that nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially and then you grind it up in a little olive oil, and then some garlic and some bread, and then toast it. Holy shit! Fucking amazing. Yeah. Fucking for a $3 packet. I've had like a quarter pound of basil, which you're like, oh, it's not a lot, but like when you consider the herbs, that's a lot of herbs, and it's super easy. You can either microwave it to dry it out, or you can just put it on a thingy and put it in the oven at 200 degrees, and I can leave it for like 15 minutes and let it dry out, and you have dried basil, and that dried basil is so much better than anything I can fucking buy at the store for $5.99. It's amazing. So
here's the thing for you: take a pizza, no matter what it is, frozen or whatever, cook it. Take some of the basil, cut it up at the very end,
right.
like the last 5 minutes that the pizza's in the oven. Sprinkle it on top and let it cook into the pizza.
I believe you. I already buy Mexican cheese, like the not the Oaxaca, whatever the white crumbly Mexican cheese on top, because it's like it's my favorite cheese of all time. Because it's like a salty mozzarella.
It's their version of Parmesan. I know the one you're talking about.
It's so fucking delicious. And yeah, so I can just put that. I could put that on top, and then I could, and then it'll like absorb into the fat of that cheese. That basil is so fucking good. Like
Put the basil on. Put the basil on, and then put that on top and melt it on top of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have turkey. I have 3 pounds of ground turkey. I'm gonna do turkey meatballs. I'm gonna take all the parsley and all the basil that I've got left over. I'm gonna mix in. I have a quarter cup of ramen broth that I've left over for like over the X amount of months I made ramen. So it's a umami broth. I'm gonna mix that in, an egg, some pecans, not pecans, walnuts, and then my fresh herbs. I'm gonna make little fucking meatballs. I'm just gonna make little turkey umami meatballs, and I can't wait. Fucking good. And I didn't realize how much water broccoli retains when I'm making meatballs. I put broccoli in my meatballs now because it makes them extra juicy because they hold all that water. It's amazing.
Well, here's another fact for you. Broccoli has more protein per pound than beef does.
Does it? Is that? Are you sure? Is it? Because I know spinach has more iron, and I know apples have more vitamin C. How much? What's the protein? What is the protein for broccoli per pound or just overall? Like there might be a
Because I go fasting. I'm a Buddhist. I go fasting for 7 weeks out of the year where I can't have meat.
Right.
And a friend of mine, she told me that broccoli is a really good source of protein.
It does have protein
in it. It is. So, okay, looking right now, it's 6.4 grams of protein in a beef per 100 calories. Broccoli has 11.1 grams of protein per 100 calories. But you get more because you get all the fat, obviously.
It's caloric intake.
It's caloric intake. Right.
Like, you're right. Like, broccoli is healthy, but meat has more protein per pound.
Right. Well, for now.
You also have fat and calories.
Right. So, yeah. Well, my roommate's working on his.
Broccoli is good.
Right. Yeah, my roommate is working on his fifth dan Taekwondo belt, and he has to drop 30 pounds. So I have to cut out fried food and carbohydrates, or cut down carbohydrate. We're not cutting out. We're cutting down carbohydrates. So we are very keen on all this information because for us it's very important. Well, for him it's very important. For me it's like. Lighter is
better. So the green taste is like, is it meat or green? Eat it.
Right. Yeah, what are collard greens? Like, what are collard greens if you're making them from scratch? Are you looking at, because I want to do my own, but I was thinking of doing garlicky spinach, but I know it's not the same as collard greens, because collard greens, collard greens are just like dock greens. Collard greens are one of our favorite things of all time. They're freaking delicious.
Where's that in?
Michigan. He's up in Michigan. Yeah, he's up in Michigan. He grew up in Texas. He knew that. Yeah. He's from Texas. Doc is from around. He's around town. Yeah, he's really good at doing roasted and barbecued meat. That's like his job. Yeah. So
I was born in Michigan, but I moved out west for a couple years.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why
it's so hard to get rid of my fried food, man. It's hard.
Yes. Fried chicken, southern stuff. Yeah. His mom wrote a book, and she grew up with a manservant. So it's a bit interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah. A black manservant, a black male servant, right? Which is interesting. So learning a lot about. But she's a nice lady, so deal with it. But yeah.
She was the one who was like, man.
But what were you saying about collard greens?
So can I do a collard green salsa with spinach, or the collard greens, are they their own specific plant?
They're their own specific plant.
Okay.
They're related to mustard greens and shit, what's the other one?
Cauliflower or
No.
beets?
They're long, thick leafy leaves.
Okay. So okay, because you can't get. I need to go to like an Asian food market, or I need to like, because we don't have any like southern food markets here in Northern Virginia. So we have a ton of Asian food markets. Yeah, it's actually really hard to find collard greens up here next to DC unless you go straight into DC, which I prefer not to.
I'm surprised because it's more of a common food than
Fairfax is very northern gentrified, like white people who fucking buy their corn off the cob. That's Fairfax for you.
Yeah.
So
see, I can get collard greens from my store.
Well, let's hook something up here, Doc. They'll send me beer, you send them collard greens, and they'll send you nothing.
That citron smells so good.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing on that fresh Neo Mexicana. That's eventually.
Oh, I desperately want, when you have if you have the ability to get a hops rhizome and send me a rhizome, I will fucking find a way to grow. Even if I only get a couple of buds off of it, just for, I would love to have that. Yeah, because all the stuff here in Virginia, they're like, oh, we just grow up for looks. We don't grow up to use it. I was like, what's your fuck? Well, why are you wasting the money, man? Just use it. It's there. Fucking use it. Why are you wasting it? That's like, oh, we grow onions because they're pretty. It's like, no, fucking use them. What? It's just, especially now. Like, why would you do that, man? Oh. Nice thing is, since it was all malt, I can literally just, once it's to boil, I can just boil it for 10 minutes and throw in the hops and be ready to go.
Yeah.
I could put in my immersion cooler and do that shit that way. I'm actually just gonna slow roll it and like let it sit and cool ambiently for like 5 or 6 hours, and then once it's down to temperature, do that way because it's easier.
Yeah.
I could. It's more cleaning. I don't want to do cleaning. I don't want to. Maybe for the next batch I'll do that. But right now, like, I don't want to clean.
I have to show you the drawings for the cooler that I want to build for my dream setup in the barn.
You're not going to get like a big mom. You're not going to get one of the old school mom crates and just like put the thingy on top and do the kegerator that way with it.
Well, no, I want to have like counter space. So my plan to have counter space is to pull the kegerator from my kitchen into the barn, because that's at a nice level, and then get the chest freezer and have it next to it. So they're two flappy open lids. That's good counter space. And for the brewing pot that you had bought for me, it's got that drain port on it, and it's gravity fed. If I were to take it directly out of that, go into a copper tube inside of the chest freezer, and I'm thinking for the bottom 1/3 of that chest freezer, I just fill it up with mineral oils and inexpensive alcohol, so it never freezes.
Okay, because mineral oils can leak over time, so you have to be really careful. I mean, I guess if you're putting a copper tubing through it,
yeah,
or stainless steel tubing, right?
Yeah, and you just have that running through, so you pump everything through like the super cold, already, machined freezer with, unfreezable liquids in it to transfer the heat out real fast.
Yeah.
And the top 2/3 of that freezer I can hold, really bad alcohols and whatever other snacks I need for while I'm streaming.
Experimental stuff, or a forever flask.
Yeah, or a forever flask. Yeah, an infinity flask.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not dyslexic. Oh. You know, if you put a rack in there that's above liquid and whatever, because you can get the dry aging, you can get the dry aging membranes. You could also do a dry aging thing, and you could put wrap it, do dry aged cheese or dry aged meats in those as well, as long as they're not so much moisture. If there's no condensation, you could dry age a steak or a chicken or cheese in there.
Yeah.
Like a meat or a
the moisture that would be in there would be the mineral oils and alcohol. So even
and mineral oils should absorb that, but you could get away with that, and that would be awesome. Oh. Have you ever done that, Doc? Dry age? That's one of the things I want to do. I want to get a sous vide system, and I want to learn how to dry age. I want to dry age a steak, and then do cast iron skillet steak. I think that's one of my things is learning how to cook steaks on cast iron.
You can get one of those small little college fridge for like $150. Just something that you don't open and close a lot.
And you just put your meat right in there.
And then you can do it in there. A buddy of mine used to do that. He kept it underneath his desk in his den.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot. Yeah, that might be. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm actually helping my Aunt Sarah. Like, I have my list of what the fuck ever. Sous vide machine and kegerator are top of my list. With I need to take off the tankless water heater. But top of my list are those things. I was like, she apparently likes buying kitchen utensils or kitchen accessories.
Yes, she loves it. That's her favorite thing on earth.
Did she get anything for you recently, or?
Yeah, she got me casters for my work table. They're lever-activated casters that can. My work table sits where it sits, but then I can also push down the casters, and it lifts up the table, so I can roll it around and then set it back down. Yeah,
pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Exactly what I had on the wish list. So.
I can also use my big food safe things, and I can brine. Like, I can brine my turkey or my chicken for Thanksgiving in one of these, right? Just throw it in there with a bunch of salt and then pickling stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then pull it out. I don't have a thing to smoke it yet, but I can brine it and then I can throw it in the oven for. Because I'm skipping. Normally, I would drive down to North Carolina whatever, but the week after that, I'm flying down to Texas to help Goose drive back up. So I'm just going to quarantine for the week and just stay away as much as I want to go down there. But if I can. Next week, I can go get a nice big fat chicken or a moderately sized, like a 10-pound turkey. I might brine it for the weekend and then around Thanksgiving do that.
Yeah.
And then I have to go on my quest for collard because I want garlic collard greens are my favorites. So good. I have to go find them. But can I use mustard greens as well? I mean, because I know you can use. I know beet greens are really good, and then mustard greens as well. But I was like, I didn't realize collard greens were their own. I thought that was a generic term used on just green veggies. So,
no, they're the.
Yeah.
My favorite is a mix of each. Do have mustard, have collard.
Gotcha.
Cody, you have.
And then throw a ham hock in there.
You have a hydroponic system. We can get you the seeds to grow your own.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I mean,
but I'm also going to be growing catnip, basil, and then I want sage and hops.
Yeah, but you've seen how easy the hydroponic system is to build now.
And then I literally have the wastewater going into a big 4-gallon bucket of just generic waste sod and whatever, and like I just threw in the extra stuff in there, and that thing exploded. Like the hydroponics had some nice stuff, but literally the waste sod and the waste soil. Because I don't know, because it had mold and fungus and whatever the fuck in it. So I just tilled it over, and then I just threw in the seeds, and that thing blew up, and it's a fucking chia pet of herbs now. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's actually easier to do it in. I mean, but it's been 6 weeks of getting crazy shit out of it. So yeah, so it's super fucking easy. Like every after the first 3 weeks, it's just like whoosh, take me. I'm like, okay.
Well, you think of all the extra nutrients that aren't getting used by the things you're growing are going into that waste bucket. So yeah, that thing was rich and ready to go.
Yep.
So, yeah. You throw your fucking collard green seeds into that guy. Boom. You're set.
Oh yeah. 100%. Or whatever. I mean, the other things, because I'm gonna do some of this, because I have little small ones for catgrass this spring, next spring.
Yeah.
So I can give the fuckers, catgrass and fucking their dopamine shit. Yeah.
Grass and
catnip.
Yeah. Grass and nip.
This does take longer to come to a boil. Like it gets to like 170 really fast, but those last 25 degrees to get to fucking boil takes forever.
Welcome to the world of science.
I don't get why.
It's a lot of
like it gets to 170 degrees and it just sits at 170 degrees. Then all of a sudden, boom, it's 212. Like it literally takes like half hour to an hour to go from 160 to 212. Maybe that's just the thermal properties of water. I don't know.
Well, home appliances, et cetera. And
yeah, you're probably right. There's probably a thing where it gets like, once you get above 5 gallons, it's really hard to get that much water that fast, or that whatever the fuck. So now I'm going to be on a thing for, if I can do, I'll do collard greens and mashed potatoes. Charlie's going to be just collard greens and then fucking chicken. And yeah. From that point. Oh, the other thing is vodka. Yeah, soda and vodka.
Like this has a lot of sodium.
Right, but if you sweat it all out over
Less concerned about that. Like
sweat it out. Learning how to make stuff work.
I need to be below 200.
I bet we can get you to like 197 in the next month. No, nothing like the next 2 months. Because you're like 215, right?
So why does he have to lose this weight for the belt thing? Is it just like a health and orientation thing, or? I can't hear him, so you're going to have to translate.
So I'm going to compete against people that I'm fighting that are of equivalent skill. I have to be of equivalent weight. The guy I'm testing under also does pancration, which is wrestling and boxing, which I'll handle my own on, no problem. But Taekwondo itself is ideal for people who are lightweight and high speed. Which, me 10, 15 years ago, I was 170 pounds. Now I'm like 215. I can judo throw like nobody's fucking business. My other skills are great, but for what I need for Taekwondo in particular, it's better to be lighter.
Okay.
So I'm not looking to lose weight long term. I'm looking to lose weight for this exam. So, and also I could tone up a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it.
Toning's for suckers.
Which Charlie's very German. I'm very German Viking. I have a ton of strength. It's just like someone's like, oh, you can deadlift 400 pounds. I'm like, I can deadlift 400 pounds. It's not a problem. I would also like to do that without a gut. No, I'm not chasing you. Are you more than 10 feet away from me? Good luck. Have fun. You're on your own.
All right, Cody, point the mic back at you.
I am not the body type for a Taekwondo fighter. A Taekwondo fighter is usually tall and really lean and narrow and skinny. I'm a Taekwondo fighter because that was all that they offered and I really liked it. Who probably would have been better at jiu-jitsu, boxing, wrestling, and Muay Thai. I'm doing my best.
Charlie shows poorly.
That's all I had when I was
Yeah, just after Karate Kid. So, like, there's karate, and also he's a Korean guy who's not karate. So, it is what it is. It's versus my. I'm thinking, like, what was I doing? And I said, oh, we were in Abu Dhabi in '87. We watched a Challenger explode. So, like, we were like a different fucking. You were hiding under a table, and then Ed's like,
oh, I was hiding under a bed. I never hid under tables.
you hid under a table at the school. I mean, you've already got a really nice van.
That was a bomb threat training.
Oh, a camper van. I would just have to deal with punching the random. I mean, hey. Right. Or just be up there yourself and take a shower. Oh, we lost Doc. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, how's that phone gimbal thing working? Because I'd like to hear both of you.
So close. How we doing? Are we at 200-degree mark yet? Nope. Jeez, I just gotta fucking leave this thing at the thermal capacity kickoff. Jeez. It is not. Oh, the whole burner just fucking gave out. Interesting. Yeah, the big burners gave out on me. It probably got flooded over. I probably need to clean it out. Yeah, I bet some of those things were like the water, the sap pulled down that. Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah. No wonder. It's a dishwasher and water heater. We're lazy. I'm lazy. I mean, yes.
Follower, but my alerts turned off. So, whoever just followed, thank you. Make yourself known in the chat or something.
I think that's the first broadcast. He's on straight on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, what a sweet boy.
Well, that's awkward. My Streamlabs is telling me that I didn't even get a follow on this account, so it looks like they followed on the project.
It's out. Or the Barn Recluse. What's the other Twitter? It's not Barn Recluse. What's the other account you have to look for?
Well, Project Dark Cloud is the account we're streaming from, and it looks like the follow came into my Barn Recluse account, which is nice. I am a little confused as to how and why that worked the way it did, but I'll take it. Whoever just followed, thanks.
Project. Looking at it right here.
Project Dark Cloud, but you can ignore that account because it's just for streaming this. okay. And my recent events on that account is also showing nothing. So maybe it just went weird. No, it was a Tom Flaxer fan that followed. Thank you for your follow on a completely different account, unrelated to the stream. I appreciate it.
Hi, Ellen. You helping? I'm helping. That's creepy. Try that over here. I can see me, and then I see this, and then like I can see my refrigerator.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It gets. I have you on 3 different screens, and on every single screen you're at a different position, so I don't know where I'm looking.
Mr. November, Mr. December. Wow, that's like 40 seconds ago.
Yeah, it gets weird, man. It gets weird, and it's even slower for you because you're downloading for my upload that's already delayed from the other delay that's being delayed from the delay.
Like a thingy. Zip, 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 zip. So cool. So weird.
The technology is not quite caught up with what we're doing.
I can't believe Sean Connery died today.
What?
What did Doc say?
He said Sean Connery.
Sean Connery passed away.
Yeah, he died. Sean Connery. Yeah. And the amazing Randy died last week as well. So we lost one of our greatest scat decks, and then we lost our best James Bond. Yep.
I didn't know that Sean Connery died today. I had no social media telling me this.
Yeah, he was rapey, but it's a great. I mean, more. Like who you fucking said more? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, no, that's. He was. Yeah. He didn't buy the production staff, so. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
So I've got this mash, which is flaked rice and churro.
Yeah.
Can I just put it in some stuff outside and like let it compost?
Oh, you mean
and then like
your spent grain? Absolutely.
My spent grain? Yeah.
Yeah.
That and then my other post-coffee grind stuff because it's gonna have a bunch of nitrates.
If you think about it, everything that has gone in there is biodegradable. So yes, it's fine to put out there, but also if you could find somebody with livestock, it'd be better to give it to them because that is.
I wish I knew someone with a fucking cow or a sheep or a.
Pigs would love that.
Hamster.
Because it's already pre-sweetened.
Yeah. Like, oh my god! If I was like, hey, do you have a pig that you want, whatever, and then like in 3 years you can just fucking give me some ham hocks, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely good to set that out. It'd be better if you could set it out to where an animal can get it, or if you have a compost pile to put it into, then yeah. But yes, absolutely okay to put it out there.
Gotcha. Well, no, since I'm boiling it out, I'm pulling all the sugars out, so it's not going to draw ants, right?
I mean, probably not. I mean,
100%. No,
you're not going to get all of the sugar out, so there will always remain sugar sticking to things. But for the most part, I mean, should be fine.
Oh no, yeah, I was going to spit it. We have those little gray cups that Sabrina had. I was thinking of I would use them, and I would take the spent grains and put them in there, let them compost in the winter when it's too cold. Yeah. And then I'll just put some whatever on top of them, and then I'll have the nitrogen and shit and that stuff. Come spring. Yeah. I mean, the other option is I can bag it up. I can put it in a Ziploc bag. Oh no, this is my other fuck yeah, because they're neighbors. The other option is I can put it in a big heavy duty Ziploc bag and freeze it until it's whatever, and just put it somewhere out of the way. Right?
Yeah. And you can always flush it down the toilet, scoop after scoop.
Yeah, there's me waving. It's me like 30 seconds ago. Yeah, it is a delay. Yeah, I also turned all the volume down. So
watching yourself on the big screen.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah, and his kids are being like, look at me. Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to be boiling so I can put the hops in and do my fucking thingy. Do my 10 minutes hops. I need to go find my strainer for my filter.
All right. Well, we'll potty break then. Everybody potty break. Yay, potty break.
Whatever. It'll sing to the bottom of the thing. I'm not going to hold it here. I need to throw my thing in here in 10 minutes. It's fine. I use it here and get my strain on. Sit here and do whatever. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I need to go find some nice cheap pieces of meat and like play around in the Instant Pot and the oven. One of my goals is to get an electric smoker so I can sit there and like I won't piss off the neighbors and just do a small like 2-rack electric smoker where I can be like, oh, let me smoke like 4 pounds of meat. That's my goal. So I can be like, hey, guess what? Because I want to make my own. I want to make my own bacon. I desperately want to be able to like make my own fucking not corned beef, pastrami. Ugh, so badly. So someday. Come on. You're getting here. I can hear you getting there. 180. And we're sitting at 180, so we're quite there yet. 180. You're saying it's 190. I disagree with you. Whatever. It's fine. That's so, Doc, what do you think's the easiest for a stovetop chef to do like a basic barbecue? I'm thinking chickens, like a chicken thigh. Like if I do want, like, I mean, you mentioned I need to go buy liquid smoke, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even call chicken. Chicken is like a barbecue side. It's not. Yeah, it is a protein, but to me, I wouldn't put it in a category of actual barbecue. I put it in a category of a side dish.
Okay.
The definition of barbecue is slow and low cooked. Chicken's not slow and low cooked.
Gotcha.
Everybody cooks it high and fast.
Right.
It doesn't have the cartridge and that the other pieces of meat have.
Partially. Except for chicken thigh, have enough fat, right?
Well, that itself doesn't even have the cartilage enough to break down. Yeah, you can do pulled chicken, but still.
Gotcha.
To me, chicken is a barbecue side.
So pork, beef, lamb. So the bigger, chunkier boys, right?
Well, you can do rabbit, squirrel. Like you got an Asian market. You can get rabbit all day. You can get rabbit all day.
That's a good point. I'm a little bit crybaby about that, but that's a good point. I could get rabbit or duck. And duck doesn't have a fat or have enough marrow or cartilage in it either. So yeah, you're probably right. I could probably do rabbit or ox.
No. I'll tell you what though. Oh, ox is another good one. I'll tell you what though. You do barbecue with rabbit. That'll totally fucking change your mind on rabbit. You do a slow roast and you break it down, and then you eat it. You're like, wow, no. Why have I been doing this so wrong? I'm sorry, Mr. Rabbit. I'm sorry I mistreated you for all these years.
I'm not good. Actually, that's one of the things I was considering doing. There's a couple of hunting ranges here in Northern Virginia where you can go pay like $400, and they basically teach you to shoot and then field dress and then prep for cooking a game. I've been thinking about it, but my mom is like, "Are you sure you want to do that? A, do you have that much cash? And B, do you want to find a fucking quail and then field dress it?" And part of me is like, yes. And the other thing is like, yeah. Well, depending on the animal in the season, obviously. Like I would love to. I mean, fowl, yes, but as you pointed out, fowl have very little cartilage that's usable, and like their fat's very low. And then, I mean, I would love to learn how to game dress a venison, but it will also be very difficult to look at a venison in the eyes and then fucking gut it and then bleed it and then, yeah. Rabbit, on the other hand, I might be able to get away with like a rabbit or a turtle or yeah, one of those.
Turtle is amazing barbecue too.
I've heard, because I know it's very popular in parts of China. I know it's a very key thing in parts of China, but like here in the States.
I remember we were coming back from swimming one year, and we went swimming like early in the morning because my uncle went fishing. So right. Me and my cousins went swimming. We were coming back and we hit a bump. And shortly after we hit the bump, my uncle stamped on the brakes and we're like, "Did we hit a dog or a cat?" He's like, "No, we just hit dinner." And he goes in the back, gets out of the truck, goes back about 50 feet, and picks up this humongous fucking snapping turtle. Walks back and sets it in the bed of the truck. He says, "Boys, don't let them get too close to you. You might lose a pinky toe out of it."
Man, your family's scary.
Mommy, Daddy.
Right?
Oh, speaking of Bird, what did you think when Puppy came in last night saying that?
I was a little like, "What the fuck are you doing, girl? Get out of here with that shit."
I'm excited. I'm excited for our fucking game where my fucking Pinocchio doll shows up doing "Mommy, Daddy" and flies off in the air, because that's like, because the Cobalt constructs, Christopher's gonna get to control one with it forever. Mine, I'm literally gonna be rolling random dice for the Pinocchio thing. Like, they're gonna have no control. I'm literally gonna roll direction. I'm gonna do like the Warhammer 40k shit where I'm gonna roll directions and say, "Okay, it does this. Okay, I can't wait how they're gonna deal with."
Best way to do that is 12-sided die.
Plus
12 is straight in front of it. No, 12-sided.
Oh yeah.
12 is straight in front of it. 12 is straight in front of it. 6 is right behind it. 3 to the right, and 9 to the left.
Oh, I was actually going to use my old Warhammer die, but that's a good point. I could just, because I have the Warhammer die that has an arrow on it that points, and how I roll, I was like, "It goes over here," so it's literally random. But that's actually a good point too. I can just roll a d12 and say, "Oh, it's this way," right? Because it's gonna be like, because there's also it has to be three. It has to be a 3-dimensional. It has to be in the air, where it's gonna fly up in the air. So only the archer can hit it. And knowing Aaron, the dumbass is gonna pull out his fucking stun bow that has no dexterity bonus because he's an idiot. I'm an archer with no dexterity bonus. Let me roll a d20. That didn't work. Weird. He does. The bow I gave him 4 bows. Exactly. because he can give that bow to any character, but he doesn't want to give it to anyone else because like that bow has it has a 33% chance to stun anything. So as opposed to handing it to Lei like he was fucking supposed to, because it's not a class specific bow. Anyone can use it, but he never thought he'd look at that. He's like, no, it has a 33% chance to stun and knock it on the fucking ground. I'm gonna use it. Oh, you can't use a dexterity bonus. Like he did that. He did it last battle. He's like, I'm gonna pull out this badass bow. Oh nope. Oh nope. Oh no. Fuck it. Putting this bow away. Pulling out my good bow that has my dexterity bonus. I'm like, you're a moron. What did I like, look at your team? And he's like, eh. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Aaron and Adam are derp. I mean, eventually they'll find the recombinator, the grinder. Well, they'll be able to grind it and take one of the abilities off that bow and put it on whatever. But I was hoping he'd be like altruistic and be like, "Hey, Lei, hey, Lucius, you use this." And he goes, "This is like, what the fuck is a bow?" He's like, "What the fuck is this? Teach me ability I've never had before." So, yeah. Oh, almost to boiling. Nice. Almost there. So, yeah, I'm actually, but now that Doc's pointed it out, if I can go get a rabbit, I mean, the easiest thing, because I can get pork shoulder or pork, no, I can get beef short ribs, and they're really easy to fucking, because I can get them without the whatever, and I can cut them really thin, and I can do bulgogi, and that's delicious as fuck, which is easy as shit. Or I could do, trying to think, pork shoulder or pork butt, and then I could do a slow and low with that, and do like Asian. I could do like an Asian whatever. I don't know anything about rabbit.
I might have found this website not too long ago that has a selection of exotic meats that you could have delivered. That might be a lot.
I was actually looking to see if buffalo or bison or ostrich would be worth it. They're so expensive, and I don't think they're worth it. I really don't.
Bison is. I got a bison farm that's a couple towns over from me, and I've had bison before. That is outrageously good.
Right. Well, this website will sell you zebra if you want to pay for it. just saying.
So certain types of venison. Oh, really? That's what's going on. I didn't realize that venison had like certain cellular creepy shit going on. Well, I mean, the nice thing about quail is, I mean, that's the annoying thing. You go to a major grocery store, you don't get a quail. You just get a smaller chicken. Right. 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 Anybody? Right. Well, I was thinking you could do like rabbit or hare, right? And like rabbit are small, whatever. Hare are the bigger versions, and then technically, if you go South America, you could do guinea pig or what the fuck ever, which are also a thing. You can do it. I can do hare is basically like a turkey-sized rabbit, and then a rabbit is the duck-sized. Rabbit's a rabbit-sized rabbit, right? So I could do that, and that'd be fun. But it'd be creepy. Well, luckily, normally they have their heads off, so I can't see that. That would be fun, but I'm like, I didn't think they were that high fat content. I thought they were leaner because I know they're very red meat and more gamey, right? Are they? I don't know how it would. I mean, I feel like it would actually almost behoove us to like uh, uh, dry age a rabbit for like 7 to 10 days before cooking it, just to make sure you get a lot of the you get a lot of the like you get a lot of the whatever out of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. But at the same time, also need to learn basic beef tricks, right? I need to learn basic beef. Yeah, let me fucking take this 4 inches of a porterhouse, and I know I'm gonna lose half an inch, and I can dry age it, and I only have 3 inches of porterhouse. Like that would be fun. Or barbecuing obviously is the jam. And how do I do that? Or shredded pork. I mean, pork shoulder in the Instant Pot is a wonderful, beautiful, amazing thing that's badass. And that's actually one of the beef tips in an Instant Pot with beans and chili is fucking invulnerable. It's amazing. And then some mushrooms on top of that. Bam, good to go. Fucking good. Congratulations, you've now got stew. So that's easy to fucking do. A bunch of pork chops. Pork chops are fucking easy as fuck to cook. Yeah. I mean, now I'm thinking about it. I need to go check out. Next time I go to the Asian supermarket, I need to go look at a rabbit because I want to see that. Because if I can get a deboned rabbit, that might be. If it's not too, if it's not more than like $25, $35. Oh, for like a half a rabbit, I don't know. I bet a full rabbit's probably gonna be like $75 to $100. But if I can do like a half, if I can do like the haunch, the butt half of the rabbit for like $25, that'd be worth it. That'd be worth it. Oh, about to hit the rolling boil. Almost there. Almost time to throw in the hops and then do my hop shot. Yeah. In 10 minutes.
I just did a Google search for whole heritage rabbit, and it's looking like a whole rabbit, not deboned, $25-ish. But it's not.
Well, it's not bad at all.
It's not for your area. That's just the Google search. The first
right
that popped up. So $25.
That's not bad. $25. I mean, that's like a little bit more than I mean, like you like 15 to $20 for a chicken. That's the same cost as like a duck.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I could do that.
Getting it
admittedly
for you though.
Admittedly, I want the digital smoker because I want to smoke a duck. Oh, I want to smoke a duck so badly, and then I want to take the fat so I can fucking make French fries in duck fat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, legit. I get that.
Almost there. Doc's giving me some fucking brilliant. And now that I know I need to go look specifically for collard greens, I'm just gonna go like different fucking grocery stores and like I need collard greens, fresh or frozen. Oh, like I'm psyched. Like they're delicious as fuck. This is what I love about Doc. He's so fucking like his practical knowledge. He's like, it's this. I'm like,
well, his practical knowledge is on par with both of our beer knowledge. He just specialized in meat.
I feel like your whiskey knowledge is better than you know what? Yeah.
My palate is more discerning, and I've never had to actually worry about buying food or doing things. So I've been able to spend the extra amount of money to really hone in on the craft. So my whiskey knowledge is extensive.
Going back to that Vittori, now that you've had like a week or two on it, have you gone back and tasted it by itself? How are you feeling? Glenmorangie is better, right?
Better.
You don't think?
It's a relative term. Better. They both have their own thing. The Suntory. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is that it tastes exactly like. That it's like a low shelf item here. And like it
for a $40 bottle of whiskey, that Suntory is really fucking good for $40.
Yeah. But at the same time, it reminds me of, and this might offend some people, it reminds me of J&B Scotch whiskey.
You know what? I haven't had J&B in such a long time. That's probably a good thing to go pick it up just to try it out. Although, if I had to choose, if I have 30, 40 bucks to my name, I will go buy the Castmates Jameson's bottle for $39.99.
If I have 30 to 40 bucks to my name, I'm going to go down to fucking Walgreens and pick up the fucking Handlebar Wild Turkey 101. Because...
Strong disagree, but I see where you're coming from.
Yes. Well, I actually really enjoy Wild Turkey 101. I think it is an excellent drink. Granted, there are things out there that are a lot better.
Did I ever tell you the story about me and my John's friend, Ed's and John, my friends. So we were like Gronky, who died of opioid overdose. A couple other Gumby, which is he was the son of the guy who owned the comic book store and books over there next to the Heckingers.
Yeah.
In Fairfax City proper, it used to be called the Green Turtle. It's no longer that. It got bought by a different independent brewery thing. Gumby and I were sitting there like drinking between a Magic release, like we were just sitting there because I was like, hey, I need like fucking 40 minutes before we go over and do what the fuck ever. He's like, hey, we can go down to the Green Turtle. Like, I know the bartender. They'll hook us up. So what happened is we walked over there and we were hitting, 3 or 4 beers. And Gumby could only have 2 or 3 beers because he has a heart condition. He had to have a triple bypass. So he's like, I can have 2, 3 beers at best. Otherwise, I'd rather just smoke up because smoking doesn't fuck up my heart. He's like, after 3 beers, I can't do more than 3 beers. I was like, I got this, buddy. I got that. I was like, fucking, I got your tab. What the fuck ever. So we were just sitting there talking shit, and it's down the street from GMU, George Mason University. There, like University Mall. It's like 4 miles from that fucking college. So there's me and Gumby drinking and giggling and what the fuck ever, and just talking Magic cards, and then a bunch of fucking 21, 22. I'm like 38 at that time, and Gumby's like 35 at the time, right? So we're just sitting here giggling, blah blah blah, drinking our beers, what the fuck ever, trying shit, and a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds shit, and one of them for the whole fucking group, there's 6 of them. They order fucking Fireball and what is that fucking annoying energy drink? Red Bull, Fireball, Red Bull, their whole thing, gross, can you be more cinnamon, red, nasty, what the fuck ever? They're doing what the fuck ever, they're drinking and doing what the fuck ever, and talking, checking their phones on shit like that. And then I was like, oh, so Gumby and I were getting ready to fucking leave. I had my 4th or 5th beer, getting ready to go play some Magic. And side note, I kicked ass at that tournament because I was so drunk I didn't care. So anyways, I did that. So I was getting ready to leave, and I was looking at these fucking 4 or 5 college girls. And I was like, I was like, Gumby, how much? Then I stopped and I looked at the bartender and I was like, hey man, how much is it for 5 shots of Wild Turkey 151? He's like, oh, $13.
101.
No, 150.
Bacardi is 151.
They have the 150%. Do they don't? Is that what it was? Okay. Well, whatever it was, I was like, hey, it's this. And I was like, okay, he's like, oh, it's a 13. I'll put $13 on your tab. He's like, why? And I was like, those 5 dumb bitches, give each of them a shot of fucking Wild Turkey, your strongest proof. And then Gumby's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I looked over him and I was like, dude, this is called domestic terrorism. And the bartender looked at me and he was like, you know what? That's a $10 fucking. And so you pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. And he and I are getting up and leaving. So he walks up, he waits. I was like, wait until he's like, okay, man, I got it. So he waits until we get up and walk away. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, ladies, a couple of gentlemen are walking away. Gave each of these free shots. And they're like, oh. And I was like, you bitches fucking have no idea what's about to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought Wild Turkey did a 151. They only have 101.
Bacardi has its normal line, and then it's 101, and it's 151. Everclear is also the equivalent of 151.
Gotcha.
But Wild Turkey has an 81 or a 71, an 81, and a 101. I see the steam.
It is.
All right. Just remember our bet. As soon as you scoop all of that out there, the remainder.
As soon as I scoop as much as I can.
Within reason. You might want to add a drop or two of lemon to it. It might be a bit bitter. It'll need something to cut it.
You know what? Oh, I thought you could say that. I was like, give me some. Okay. I want a splash of lemon juice. And then, yeah.
See, what I like to do is I like to add brand new fresh hop cones directly into whatever beer I'm drinking.
Oh, so yeah.
So good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just take a whiff of that, Charlie. You don't have to drink it. I'm going to drink it. Just take a whiff of that. Tell me what you think.
Not bad. It smells a little
hoppy, a bit of lemon. It's got some bright. It's got some dark. It's got some good. It's got some bad.
Hops usually be very
That's finger and a half rum. Is that enough?
Yeah. Well, don't want you getting shit faced when you finish this beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull off the side here. Ooh, that smells like lawn clippings. That smells like lawn clippings and vinegar is what it smells like.
Yeah.
Here, what do you think?
For him, it's going to smell the same. He's not a.
And Charlie's like, no. Flante. That's actually okay.
Good.
That
bad,
kind of tastes
good,
like good.
Bad, good. Finishes
Yeah.
off fine.
I was like, this is good. This now tastes like dirt. This now tastes like rubbing alcohol. I've had worse shots.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. This is not as bad as. This is not as good as the edibles I had in Amsterdam, but they're close. Hold on. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, rinse the teeth off. It'll help.
The hops in the beer made that taste way better.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had a beer. I'm curious doing the same thing with whiskey though, versus rum. I will not do that again.
I could see it with.
It's now coating my tongue, and I'm getting a bitter grass on my tongue now.
Yeah, that'll happen. Rookie.
It feels like I just deep throated a celery stalk. Is what it.
Yeah, but you're thinking all about the hops flavor and not about the rum flavor, huh? You made your perfect chaser, didn't you? That right there is a cocktail, sir.
Your mom's a cocktail. Giggity.
Oh.
Actually, I wish I had some. I wish I actually. You know what?
Oh, you're gonna.
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh man.
Mix it up.
Just don't get
Frank's
shit.
A little bit of
finish cooking that beer, man.
Oh no! I'm just because I just.
I'd recommend taking it slow because, we're doing the.
I'm just gonna cut a couple of drops and just drink it this way. Yeah.
Well, we are live.
I want to get rid of that fucking grass taste.
No, you don't.
So much better. That's peppery.
That grass taste is awesome.
So much better. Oh, that's so much better than that grass. Oh, that was worth that. Like, two. Ooh.
You're gonna have the hops burps for like a day and a half now, and that's okay.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going.
I have thrown hops cones into my tea so I can have that hop tea flavor kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
I'm getting more and more into the flavor of the hops by itself than I am of any of the other things that go into it.
Interesting.
It's very, very vegetable. Very vegetable.
The pepper on top now of the Frank's.
Yeah, I bet
changed everything. It went from being like a grass vegetal to a lovely pepper.
Yeah,
I actually want a beer that has that pepper.
I'm not a huge fan of the Frank's original, but I do buy the case the Frank's spicy garlic or whatever the heck that one is. I love that shit. That's my sauce. It's actually less hot than the original.
I like the Chipotle.
Chipotle? Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah, I love Tabasco Chipotle. That's my fucking. If I could just drink it, I would drink that with vodka. That and then like a celery stock.
I have my earpiece on, but my kids are gonna come in for a minute, so I'm gonna shut my mic off.
All right.
Right, dude. I have 5 more minutes before my boil's done, and then I'll turn it down, let it get to temperature, and then I'll pour it here. Yeah.
We've been streaming.
When it's cool, I'll throw in the yeast. So we're about there. I'm gonna pull up my yeast packet.
We've been streaming for about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so we've got plenty of time.
That's not bad. That's not bad for. Yeah. I mean, considering it's half half ale or half. Yeah, considering I didn't, because converting the sugar otherwise, right? I'll throw my packet in when it cools down in a couple hours. But yeah, good.
Literally.
I think Doc forgot to mute himself, so I'm going to go ahead and mute Doc.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Are you excited for? I mean, you and I are like between today and then next weekend when Aaron and Adam are what the fuck ever. So I need to have the stats. You can fucking roll with your stats, so you can look at the 2 cobalts, because that's funny. Like they're both going to be fighting like 2 cobalt Goliaths. They're going to be 50 hit points that regenerate 1 point per turn, 1 hit point per turn, and then you're going to do 1. So they're going to have 3 of those. So they're fighting 150 hit points, and they regenerate every turn. And it's 2 level 3 characters, or 2 level 4 characters, and then Lucius and Lay. And most likely, Char's going to be busy, so I'll be playing like Lay. And Lay only has healing spells because he's the most useless.
He also has that wand of magic missile that I gave him that I had for my own.
That's true. You've got to remind us to do it, otherwise.
Yeah. Well, it's 1d4 plus 1 damage, so it's not really great, but it's there. Do you think it would be a fun temporal thing if we whatever, so you can give the Aaron the fucking additional flaming arrows, or it's like they didn't want to fucking hold and wait, so your fucking magic item's done. Or they could spend a temporal point and recycle it. Depending. Yeah, that's actually no. That actually makes even more sense. Depending upon the character, you can be like, "Yo, do you want to spend a temporal point and give me the if they want to spend their requisition point, they can do that. So you need to give them that option. You're like, hey, by the way, do you want X or no? I can grind this up, and it could possibly give you this or this or this. I don't know what it's
right.
Going to do. I don't know your biology.
Yeah, this is better. Give them choices.
Yeah.
Because they don't have spells, right?
Right.
So they'll have to choose.
Well, doable.
Yeah. I'm still hearing Doc on my side. Do I need to mute him on my side, or?
I muted him, so.
Oh. I'm still seeing him talking. I can still. He's talking. It's fine. It's not whatever. It's just weird. It's like I don't want to be part of his conversation if he doesn't want us to be there. So. No, Doc is he's talking to his adopted kids. And I don't want to like intrude in his conversation. Yeah, like I don't want to like piss. I don't want to intrude in Doc's thingy. He's already given me a bunch of amazing tee knowledge. I don't want to like be that guy. I might do the Cornell tomorrow, but probably not because it's gonna go.
You should be able to hear him now.
Okay, yeah, it's quiet now. Yeah, thank you. It's all good. It's all good. So my thoughts for the next game is right before they meet Hibbity Dibbity. They're gonna see the Bone Grinder, and then that's where I will give the Spirit thing, where they will have the option of grinding one of their magical items to make a gem to put in something else. So they'll lose something and gain X. And I'm hoping desperately Aaron's gonna he's gonna be like, oh, I take that badass stun bow that has no dexterity thing, and I take the gem and put it in what the fuck ever. Adam's loadout's really fucking legit, so I don't know how he's gonna fucking deal. Okay, we are at 10 minutes. Ben, I have just under 4 gallons. So it's about 5 gallons. I have 4 gallons. It's whatever. I will let it cool down for the next 5 or 6 hours and take a reading. I might add in water to get to 5 gallons, or I might just leave it at 4 gallons. I'll leave it at 4 gallons. I'm fine. I don't care. Yeah. So 4 hours. Time. 4 hours. We're basically rock and roll. So there we are.
Well, if you also put like a knife and a fork or something in the sink, and you let cold water drain around the side of it, you can get it in 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, I can pull it off and I can put it in my bathtub and just do basic cold water. Yeah, I could not. I'm gonna leave it alone for an hour or two, and I mean it's topped up. I can basically do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And like leave it for the next 12 to 15 hours. I mean, yeah, and if it gets a little sour, it gets a little sour. I'm fine with sour beer. I give 0 fucks. I'm not worried about that shit. Because I'll do exactly the same for the corn ale. I mean,
sure.
Wow, here's my ale ready to fucking go, and I have 2 more of them. Next one will be what the fuck ever, and the final one is going to be I'll cheek out the coffee and play with it to do like half a hot coffee, hot cold coffee. Throw in some 2-row. Leave it alone for what the fuck ever. Throw in some molasses and brown sugar till I get one, and like let it cool down, and then do my. I mean, I still have to do a reading when it cools down in the next 4 or 5 hours, just to get the base reading value on it, right?
As of where we are right now, can you recall any of the oopsies and changes that you can do for your notes to make it one easier place to find your notes right now? Your hops edition was.
Hops edition was 40 grams or what the fuck ever, because I used this motherfucker, and for some reason it counted it out and it wouldn't fucking count it, so I used this and had to whatever. So the hops and then the water on top of that. Otherwise, everything else went exactly as planned.
Okay. And
everything else was like.
And what was everything that was on your plan, so other people can replicate your recipe without having to write this down for the YouTube description?
Okay, it was 3 pounds of liquid malt extract that I would add it in right before boil. It was 1.5 pounds of cream rice. So I could do my brewing to 100 at 145 degrees to get my that, and then sorry, no, I'm doing it wrong. It's 100. It's 1.5 pounds of 2-row at 145 degrees, and then 1.5 pounds of creamed of flaked rice for sugar. Those get thrown in immediately. I let them boil with the 3 pounds of the sugar of the liquid malt extract up to 150 degrees. It got to 165 to 170, but I meant to do 150 degrees for 10 minutes. We sat there for 10 minutes, did what the fuck ever. That was fine. I had on the side. I had a boil of water with whatever liquid malt extract that didn't fucking fit into whatever, I washed out the can. So I had 1 gallon of addition. So I had 4 gallons in the big boy, 1 gallon in the small boy, washed it out. Once it came to a boil, I threw it in and I brought that up to a boil over X amount of time to 212 degrees, what the fuck ever. And we boiled it.
Yeah.
Boiling point to boiling point, what the fuck ever. Once it boiling point, then we put it in. We put the hops in, which was 40 grams. I thought it was going to be 25 grams. It was 40 grams of Citra, 40 grams of Citra for 10 minutes, and then done, and then turn it down. And that's what we're doing now. And now we're waiting for it to calm down.
Did you add any of the Sans?
Did not add. Nope.
No Sans. Okay.
40. It was a little bit of water and then Citra, 40 grams. Put it in there, 10 minutes. Bam, leave it the fuck alone. Yeah, got it to boiling point, 10 minutes boiling point. When it cools down, we'll pour it into the carboy, the whatchamacallit there. Right before that, we'll put in right as it pulls into the fermenter, we'll pull in the yeast because it'll be temperature yeast. We'll pull in this, nothing else. Bam in there. Make sure the stopper's good so nothing escapes. Put it up in the thing, and we'll leave it alone for 3 weeks. Done.
All right. Well, you passed your memory test because I have all the same notes.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and then either next week, I could do tomorrow or next week we'll do the same thing. And it's going to be the exact same recipe, but it's going to be corn, flaked corn versus flaked rice.
Yeah.
That's going to be the only difference. Just to see if cream ale tastes different with rice or corn. And then after that, the exact same recipe, but what we're going to do is we're going to use
Add a thing.
No, we're not going to add a thing. We're not going to use we're going to use two-row. We're not going to use cream or corn or whatever. We're going to use coffee and half hot steep, half cold steep coffee, and then 1.5 pounds of two-row for the enzymes, and then the 3 pounds of malt extract, and then we're going to put in basic whatever, and we're going to use a liquid malt pack as a whatever starter here, which will be year-old White Labs as the nutrition for whatever, and that'll sit as a pre-starter for 24 hours beforehand.
Right.
And then we'll try to make a coffee beer.
And do you have any worries that your oopsie at going up to 170 might have damaged your enzymes to a point where it might affect your outcome?
I do, but I'll roll with it.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
I fucked it up, but yeah, exactly. I fucked it up, but meh. I mean, worst case, the enzymes won't quite be there, and it'll take. Yeah. I was pulling that out because I needed my. That's what my air catch was.
Yeah, worst case scenario, the yeast will still make alcohol out of the sugars in it. So,
worst case scenario, it will get infected and bad juju will happen.
Yeah.
Less worst case scenario,
you'll still have a drinkable thing.
Exactly. Shit will happen. Yeah. So that's where we are, and poop happens. And, otherwise next week or tomorrow or next week will be the exact same, probably next week, and it'll be staggered by a week. I need to have my other thing ready to fucking go. I'll probably use the 2 smaller, I have 3-gallon carboys. So this is a 5-gallon carboy, so I'll go in there. And then my next one, I'll have 2 3-gallon carboys, and I'll pour into both of those. And then, poop will happen. And then we'll be ready to go come middle of December. I wanted to say it would be like I want to give them 3 to 5 weeks to mature.
Yeah.
and then bottle, or I doubt I'm gonna have a kegerator by that point. But if I do, awesome, I can do that. If not, bottle them and then figure it out. And then I might be able to ship a couple down to you, or I'll just taste them and do like a live. Hey, guess what? The fuck ever.
Well, since these ones are experiments to see what taste is and how this works and that works, I'd say hold on to them because, granted, I have enough cellar space to make a backup of every bottle you've ever made. It would be easier for both of us if you just.
Well, the other option is basically you can just look at my recipe and you can recreate it, and you can go fucking buy the North.
Yeah.
What is this shit called? It is. Hold on, I have the thingy here. North Mountain Supply. Basic. Like you can. I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever generic green packets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fermentus brewing yeast, level S33 ale yeast.
Yeah.
Right. Shouldn't even be that fucking hard. For funness, or you're like, I don't want to. Next time you come visit, you can do it with me. Like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if I come and visit, we're going to be fucking doing orange peels.
I couldn't hate Virginia nearly as much as I hate New Mexico, but yeah, I mean.
Yeah, totally never gonna visit. But if I ever do, it's going to be orange peels and coriander seeds and a whole lot of extra.
I actually
have candy sugars and.
I have cardamom and coriander.
Fair enough.
You need to come to Virginia at least once.
Have you been to New Mexico? Because fuck Virginia.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you didn't go on the Virginia tour with me.
I lived there for 9 fucking years. I hated it.
But not with me.
Well, definitely not with you. I had to live with the other Cody, Charles.
Right. I mean, he's 1 week, come in, hang out, sleep on our couch. I have an air mattress. We'll set you up. Get some drinks.
I know this trap. You're gonna make me work out.
I might, but you know what? There will drinks after.
I'll cuddle up with the cats, and we won't work out at all. I will have big old cat boobies, and I will just like, cats love me. I can't move.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I work out. I don't demand other people work out.
You just force my brother to work out.
That's because he pays rent, and I need him to not die.
And also pay for
Just saying.
That's fair.
I'm just saying, there's not a lot of people around right now. Come hang out.
Yeah.
Like a week.
Maybe after the COVID, we'll talk about it.
Word. Okay, I'm gonna go back to eat my noodles.
There you go. But I'm gonna clean it up because I just wait for shit to cool down now, and then I'll pour it in, pour in the yeast, put it on my airlock, and I'm basically ready to go. This beer is basically. I will do a sugar check with a hydrometer, but not.
Yeah.
Once it's in here, I'll do a hydrometer check.
Well, I will.
Once it's really cool.
I will go ahead and end the stream there, and all that kind of stuff. So everybody that was watching on stream, being all silent with your lurks, appreciate your awesomeness.
Nice.
Being there.
Go to Hard Rock Martial Arts and come sign up for digital workout class and fucking.
Yeah, do the thing. Do the whole ad. Throw it all in there.
Yep,
Give us the
Charlie,
Instagram.
Yep. What is the Instagram? Is it Hard Work?
Point the mic at him.
HWA.
Point the mic at him so he can.
Hard Work MA. Hard Work MA is the Instagram and the Twitter. hardworkma.com. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Do that.
All right. Hard Work MA for some awesome martial arts training, and it's online and it's awesome. And I follow them, but I don't do any of the workouts. And that is the end of our stream. Good night. Thank you for watching.
Somebody wants to pay $90 a month and make Christopher do it. Fucking pay it, and I'll make you do it.